Hey Libra, welcome to your weekly forecast for December 27th through January 2nd. This is going to be for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to check in here and see what's coming up for the Libra collective in the week ahead. Now, I am setting the intention for December 27th through January 2nd. However, you may stumble upon this video at a different time. Have no fear. You found it whenever you were meant to find it, whenever it was time for you to hear the messages in it. Keep in mind it is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. We're going to connect here and see what is coming up for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising. Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, my dears, let's get right on into it. So the first card that's coming up here for Libra is the Nine of Swords. And Nine of Swords is a card that can come up when we're having a lot of anxiety. Sometimes it's anxiety because we're really worried how people are viewing us or how they're seeing us. But I'm feeling a really interesting vibe from this Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords can also be, you guys have heard me talk about this in other readings, those of you that watch my videos. Nine of Swords can be where we're having trouble sleeping or we're having insomnia because we're really worried about the future. We're thinking about all the things that might go wrong. However, I'm getting a really interesting feeling from this Nine of Swords for Libra. I feel like this fear, this worry, these sleepless nights are coming from like this self-imposed guilt. Like you're feeling that you're not measuring up, or you're feeling like you need to be doing better in your life. How come you're at this point and you're not at that point? How come you haven't been able to heal or release this particular experience that you had yet? You're not good at your job. You're not a good parent. You're not a good, if it's your kids or fur babies or whatever, you're not a good parent. You're not a good friend. I just kind of feel like there's this stuff that you're beating yourself up about. And if I can be very honest with you, Libra, it feels to me like some form of like, I'm going to use this phrase, psychic attack. Okay? I don't necessarily feel that it's psychic attack that somebody is doing against you. However, if you are a Libra who's an empath, there might be people around you who are envious of you or who are just very negative and they don't like your light, that they might be wishing for you to be miserable. They might not necessarily be doing something like spells or something against you, but they might just be like, ooh, I can't stand Libra. Ooh, oh man, like they might be just wanting you to have a miserable time. And you might be sensitive to energy and you might be picking up on that. You might be picking up on like this negative energy being sent your way. But I feel for the majority of you, this is coming in from negative ego. Libra, you are on the threshold of great change. And I feel that a lot of you have come here to do something that's going to be very impactful. More impactful than you realize. For some of you, you may be raising a child who is going to grow up to be a significant leader or teacher or healer that's going to impact a lot of people. For some of you, you may be that person and you haven't woken up to it and you haven't realized yet. But something you do is going to be very impactful. You are an important part of a very significant, very important chain reaction. And I feel like because negative ego hates change, and there are lower vibrational energies that want to keep the world in darkness, there's this energy that's coming down on you really hard to discourage you. to make you feel absolutely worthless and to set you into this depression, or even like to just feel like I should just give up, right? It's too late. I waited too long in my life. I should have done this sooner. I'm never going to be good at anything. I'm never going to be good at this. It's this whole mental attack. That's what I'm feeling from this Nine of Swords. I feel that this is like a spiritual, energetic interference that's coming in, trying to stop you from fulfilling your role in this chain reaction. We all come together, right? We all come together and we align and magical things happen. But there's these negative energies that want to take you out of the alignment. Your part is significant, even if you can't see it, even if you don't realize it. So when you find these negative thoughts coming in, and this applies for you just as much if you're not Libra Sun. If you're watching this because you're Libra Moon or Libra Rising, it still applies. When you find these negative thoughts coming in and you catch yourself feeling really down on yourself and really critical on yourself, I want you to remind yourself, I must be very close to a massive breakthrough. This must be a very significant, a positive thing in my life that's going to lead to really positive change. Because the negative ego is really attacking this situation and attacking me right now. So I must be really close to a breakthrough that this negative ego is so desperate to come in and intervene and to try to stop me. I must be so close to that finish line. I want you to hold that thought. I also want you to pray and ask for these thoughts to be cleansed. You can also ask for Archangel Jophiel to help beautify your thoughts, to help bring beauty into your life, to help you see your inner and outer beauty, to help you see yourself as heaven sees you, to help you love yourself as heaven loves you, and to help you see others as heaven sees them, and to love others as heaven loves them. Because a lot of you are going to realize that these people that you might be comparing yourself to, or you think they're farther ahead than you, they're not. It's an illusion. But your angels can help you see through that illusion and to see the truth of the situation. I also feel some of you Libras might be feeling very sad because you might be getting bad news about a family member or a friend that you feel like they've fallen into some bad decisions. You might hear something that's going to really surprise you. Like, I didn't know that person had a substance abuse issue, and I didn't know it was so bad that they spiraled out of control, and I didn't even know. And now I'm hearing all of a sudden out of nowhere that they're in a really bad way, that they ended up in a really bad situation. I didn't know. Or, you know, somebody is making a big mistake and you're seeing them make a big mistake and you feel like you're watching this slow motion car wreck and you're helpless to stop it. I feel some of you are beating yourself up because there are people that you care about that you're like, why can't I get through to them? Why can't I help them? Why can't I talk sense into them and to help them from making this mistake? We cannot save other people from their free will, and we cannot save people from their lessons. There is absolutely positively nothing that you can do. I know it might sound terrible to hear that. You can pray for them, you can send them love, you can send them light, you can pray for their healing, you can ask for their angels, guardian angels, to hold them, to watch over them, to guide them through the process. But the same way, Libra, that you had to climb out of your own ditch and nobody could do it for you, it's the same thing for the people around you. You can't beat yourself up. It doesn't mean that you were a bad parent or a bad friend or a bad sibling. We all make our own decisions, and we all have our own battles we have to fight and lessons that we have to learn. So whatever you do, don't blame yourself for the choices and the decisions that other people are making. The next card that's coming up here for you is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is very positive. And what did I tell you? I said that negative ego was coming down hard on you because you were on the threshold of something really big happening. Ace of Pentacles confirms that for us. Ace of Pentacles is a big energy. That song, that big energy song. It's big energy coming in. It's new energy. It's an upgrade. It's ascension. And this can be financial for some of you. This can indicate a big contract. This could be a promotion, a new job, a raise. It could be that you're stepping into a higher salary bracket than what you've ever had before. It could be a really big upgrade for you in terms of career and finance. Now, some of you have heard me say this in the past. I'm always super excited when I see the Ace of Pentacles because over the years I realized something. Spirit will have Ace of Pentacles come up for me in readings when I'm reading for somebody that they're breaking out of what some people refer to as generational curses. You're breaking out of generational curses. You're breaking out of inherited lower vibrational energies, any negative cycles or dysfunctions that are a learned behavior that got imprinted on you at a young age. You're breaking out of all of that. It's just falling off of you. Any long-term blockages you've been dealing with, this is a massive energetic upgrade. And I'm always super happy when I see it come up for people. And as I said, that negative ego is coming in hard because this Ace of Pentacles is about to come in for you. It's about to be handed to you, given to you. Now, this is the thing. Negative ego, dark energies, lower vibrational energies, they cannot stop God or the universe from giving us our blessing. They have no power, no authority over God. No power, no authority over the universe. They cannot stop God or universe from giving us the blessing. But what they can do is mess with us enough and discourage us enough so that we're so depressed, we're in such a low place that we decide not to show up for the blessing. Don't let that happen. They can't stop the universe from handing you your blessing, but they can mess with you enough to convince you to not show up to receive the blessing. Don't let that happen. Don't miss out on your award ceremony. Be there for it. Show up for it. Because it's coming in a big way. A big energetic shift. I feel like for some of you when this happens, it's even improving something in your breathing. Now, I don't do medical readings. I'm not a medical medium. I really want to emphasize that. And I'm never, ever, ever going to give anybody any medical diagnosis or medical advice in a reading. I'm just not going to do that. It's not what I do. It's not a gift that I possess. But I do feel some of you very sensitive to energy have been under such heavy energy to where it's hard for you to even breathe. And as you're shifting into this Ace of Pentacles, it's like now all of a sudden you can breathe. It's like you're breathing better. Like you just feel like, like you're taking a deep breath, and it's like your chest is expanding more than usual, like your capacity for breath, like deeper breath, stronger breath. For some reason, I feel like some of you are having a positive change in your breathing as a part of this energetic shift. The next card that's coming up here for you, Libra, is the Sun. Look how positive this is. Look how happy this is, you guys. It's so beautiful. I mean, look at this Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. What a gorgeous combination. What a gorgeous combination. Now, the Sun card is a major arcana card. And the major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're at a significant crossroads and we're dealing with a situation that we came here to experience. This is a part of why we're here. This is a part of what we came here to experience, what we came here to accomplish. It's big energy. It's a big deal. And again, we can't fail as long as we keep moving. Our angels and guides are going to help us. And for some of you, this is going to be about stepping out into the light in by way of like putting yourself out there. Because the Sun card can definitely have an element to it of being seen, being recognized. Some of you are going to voice a big cause or take part in starting a movement with your experiences, with your messages, with your stories. Some of you might be creating art and music and literature that if you give yourself permission to put yourself out there in this way is going to impact and heal a lot of people. Art, music, movies, books are powerful. You know, I don't know if any of you out there were emo little teenagers like me. I was a little bit beyond emo. It was a little bit more serious than that. You know, but if you've had a hard life, if coming up was hard for you, I'm sure that there are singers and artists and bands and authors and movies that you look back on and you say, that saved my life. That literally saved my life. That kept me from doing something stupid. And some of you are going to create something that's going to impact people in that way. That's going to get through this darkness, help them get through this darkness. But you have to give yourself permission to be seen, to step up and to say, here is my expression of my experiences. The Sun card can also have an element of it as far as like true love. And that could be something that some of you are mastering. Now, those of you who watch my readings, you know that I don't consider myself a love psychic and that I do love readings separate on my channel. I will do love readings because they're important. They're a part of the human experience. But I do them once a month. And then every week, I want to give all of the zodiac signs messages about them and their journey. I don't want to focus about other people. I don't want to focus on relationship. There's already a lot of that on YouTube, and I'm not putting it down. I'm not saying it's not important. But I want to say this for those of you Libras who maybe are feeling a little bit discouraged, and maybe you are feeling lonely, and you're longing for love, and you're longing for a partner, and you're just in this energy where you're just saying, you know what, people are lousy, people are garbage. I'm maybe wanting love too much because I'm trying to fill a void, and I shouldn't want it, and I'm going to focus on improving myself, and I'm going to focus on other areas of my life, and you're trying to like stifle or suppress or push down this very strong desire for love inside of yourself because you're feeling like maybe it's desperate or embarrassing or frivolous, but it's not. The Sun card is a card of true love, and it's a major arcana card. So when I see the Sun card come up in a reading, sometimes it's coming up because someone is feeling embarrassed or ashamed of this deep, deep longing for love. And Spirit is saying, look, the reason why you have this longing, it's not because sometimes people are trying to fill a void, right? We know that. But even then, this deep desire for love, yes, it's a part of being human, but some people have a deeper desire for it than others, or a deeper longing for it than others, because it's one of the things you came here to learn in this lifetime. It's like it's programmed in you. And you're going to have the experience. You're meant to have the experience. Because one of the things you came here to experience is to learn what true love is. Okay? So don't get discouraged. Don't beat yourself up for having the desire. It's one of the things here you came to learn. It's one of the things you came here to master, and you're going to. You are going to. If you have a Leo sign placement, there can also be really big changes, really big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. The next card that's coming up for you is another major arcana card. Now, I know that the Hanged Man can seem like a bit of a bummer after these positive cards, because we might see the Hanged Man as nothing is happening, there's no action. But what a lot of people don't realize, again, it's major arcana, so this is kind of like something that's supposed to happen for you right now. And the Hanged Man is about seeing what you've been missing, seeing the things that have been escaping you, seeing the situation from a different angle, and realizing and awakening to the, let me say this and listen clearly, Libra, listen clearly, waking up and realizing the unnecessary sacrifices that you have been making. You have been making some unnecessary sacrifices that have been causing you to suffer, that have been causing you to go without, that have been causing you to feel like you have to prove your commitment or loyalty to situations that don't deserve your commitment and loyalty, whether they be in business, career, family matters, friendships, romantic relationships. You've been making sacrifices that you shouldn't have to make and that you're not obligated to make. And it's been causing you to go without. And Spirit wants that to end. Spirit wants you to stop sacrificing for people in situations that do not deserve it. So the Hanged Man is not negative. It's very powerful. And it's leading to big, big change. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign. You may need a private message, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I also have the link linked in the description of the video. If you want to check out the love readings for January, those are linked in the description. If you want to check out the 12-month forecasts for 2022, for all the zodiac signs, those are linked in the description as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'm wishing you a wonderful week and, of course, a very, very happy new year. Happy 2022. Take care, my dears.